Hi guys, and welcome to Petrolheads London and to my new series 5 at 5. So the idea of this is 5 minutes at 5 PM every Wednesday. I'm going to talk about probably one or two things every week, whether that's stuff to come with up and coming videos, comments that I've been getting to try and feed back on, or about something in the car or bike news. And today I've got a mixture of some of those. So without further ado, let's start having a talk about the big hot topic this week, the Rolls Royce Cullinan. The Rolls Royce Cullinan. The Rolls Royce Cullinan. Yes, anyway, this has very much divided opinion in the car world. It has been described as very Marmite in its looks. Do you know what? When I first started trying to think about doing this video, I probably would have described it as a box. My opinion shifted slightly, but I'm still not convinced by this car. I mean, it is, let's have a look, a bit of a box, it's a bit square, and it is also very, very expensive. So for me, as I said, the looks have grown on me slightly, and maybe over time they will I'll grow to love it. But right now, I am not a fan of this car. This might mean that Rolls Royce never lent me a car to review, but I'd rather be honest than kind of just say every car looks great. And for me, one of the things with this, if you look at like the Bentley Bentayga, again with that, I was jury out about that. And now I've seen a few on the road, I actually think they look quite nice, but I'm not sure if you're going to spend for a premium SUV, that's where I would put my money. Now, talking of money, this thing is £250,000. That's £250,000 for an SUV. Now, that is supercar money. Yes, it's got good performance. Yes, it's beautifully made. The refinements are amazing. But wouldn't you just buy a Rolls Royce or a Bentley and have a sports car or a run-of-the-mill SUV? £250,000. That would buy you a 3-bedroom house in Manchester, or the that one. Yes, not for me, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't have £250,000 to spend on any of those things, but still, it feels like a lot of money for that car. And I just think that I will see how it kind of grows into it looks-wise, but it's just not the most beautiful car. It kind of reminds me a bit of the Range Rover, and I think, why wouldn't you buy the Range Rover? If you look at it price wise compared to the Bentayga, it's about £140,000, I think. I mean, that's going to be even more when you start speccing it up and putting, you know, all the features on it. So for me, Bentayga then becomes quite good value for money, which whoever thought you'd be saying that. But actually, for me, Range Rover, it's the go-to SUV, and I think that's where I'd spend my money. You know, it is a great, luxurious SUV, and they've been doing it for years and years. This Rolls Royce kind of looks like somebody's gone and pumped up, you know, a standard Phantom or something like that. So for me, I'm afraid it's a thumbs down at the moment. So other things I got to talk about today. So I did a video about bike protection, and this was just purely around crash protection. And for me, I always do that because I've had two bikes that got knocked over, one of which got written off by a neighbour when they reversed into it and broke all my fairings. And I've had some great responses about that. Lots of comments around where they're from, where they can get them from, where people can get them from. So I've added links into the description of that video for GB Racing so you can look up the parts that I bought for my bike. But anyway, thank you very much for the comments. The next one is probably next week's video. So the one that's coming, usually I drop on a Friday, but it's going to be Saturday morning at 10 AM, is I swapped my car with another YouTuber. As you would have seen, I'm trying to do more collaborations as possible. That's what people have kind of suggested they'd like to see. And this time is with a guy called James from JM on Cars. And he had a Lotus Evora. I have never driven a Lotus before. I have been in a Lease a very, very, very long time ago. And all I can say is it was way beyond my expectations, to the point where I spent that evening on Auto Trader looking for them. So The Jag isn't going just yet, but that just gives you an idea. So look, that's my 5 minutes up. I hope you've enjoyed my Petrolhead waffle today for our 5 at 5. Please remember to like and subscribe. But what I'd like you to do is, first one to comment will get a shout out on next week's video, and let me know where you are. I get lots of guys watching me from around the world. California, a guy come in from my bike protection video and gave me a comment. Where are you? Remember, first comment gets a shout out. Cheers.